I'm Tom Burns, and it's time for another unplanned, unscripted, and uninvited feedback session for a random landing page, where I go through Instagram and I click on a random ad and I start critiquing the good, bad, and the ugly of the page that comes up. You might laugh, you might cry, but hopefully you might learn something valuable for your own business. Let's find our next victim. All right, Elementor. Let's do this. Alrighty, Elementor. Now I'm pretty sure Elementor, however you say it, is a web development platform. I've only used Squarespace and Wix in the past, so I don't know how this compares, but at least I've kind of, have some idea of what's important as a person who is inexperienced with web design, just wants to get their own business website up and running. All right, forget about limits. Okay, take your sites to the next level. Create anything you want with Elementor Pro, the ultimate all-in-one WordPress site builder. I'm gonna come back to this headline. I see what they're saying. It's cool, but it took me a second to understand it, and that's not good. We'll go back to that. Choose your plan. Okay. Making awesome sites is easier than ever. I like that. Ooh, here we go. They're giving you some examples of the kinds of websites you can build with Elementor. Build e-commerce websites. Create your own store with WooCommerce Builder. 18 widgets, product and category pages, and more. What's next? Go from nice to jaw-dropping. I like that word. All right, go from nice to jaw-dropping. Make all your design dreams come true with advanced animation and motion effects. Okay, that's cool. Get more conversions. Build high converting forms on the front end and surprise visitors with great creative pop-ups. Okay, I mean, obviously that's what I want. That's why I'm building a website. I want conversions. It's not giving me a whole lot of specifics. Moving on, and we'll come back to some of these. Choose your plan, okay? Oh, I love this. Comparison right up front. And they already named Elementor Pro up at the top here, so they're kind of setting the stage for like what you might want. Create anything you want with Elementor Pro. And it's giving you what is included here. Features the #1 drag and drop page builder. Drag and drop is good. 30 basic widgets. Okay. Doesn't really mean much to me. 50 plus advanced widgets, again. Doesn't mean much. Industry-leading theme builder. Okay, design-oriented pop-up builder, visual form builder, and pop-up marketing integrations. WooCommerce Builder, over 15 shop widgets, dynamic content and custom fields capabilities, motion effects, including parallax and mouse effects. Okay, so here's a basic copywriting thing that I'm having an issue with here. These are all, well, of course, they say features right there. These are all just features, but I don't really know myself, having used, and maybe the people are trying to market to have more knowledge about these terms, but I don't. Like, I know what a widget is, but like, functionally, how's that gonna help me? And maybe the people, like I said, who are part of their target audience have experience with other builders and widgets and online stores and stuff, but if that's the case, they did a poor job when they were targeting me. And I'm pretty hard on targeting, because the targeting capabilities, especially on Instagram and Facebook, you can be so precise. So that was a bad decision there. Again, these are all features. Going back to what I was saying, what are the benefits of these? Why are widgets good? There's tons of widgets on here. Do these help me make more sales? Do they make my site stand out? Do they optimize the flow of the customer journey? Do they make it easier for people to buy things? Do they offer upsells? Because upsells are a huge thing. You make more money off of upsells if you're smart about it than on your front end. So again, maybe this is directed more towards people who have already started their own e-commerce store and they want something better or easier to use. I don't really know. Choose your pro plan now. Okay, so we got the free plan, the pro plan. 3 sites, expert. So this is interesting. This landing page is pretty far down the funnel already. And this might be good or bad, I'm not really sure, but the thing that I'm I'm not liking is that they have two different calls to action. They have try the free version and buy the pro version. And when you're on a landing page that is but this is my first time ever visiting an Elementor website. I feel like they're not giving me any real value yet before they're asking for the sell. And I don't like that. Okay, and that's it. So either you download the free version or you pay right there. Can you see like how short this page is before they get to $49 a year or $99 or $199 a year? Okay, that pricing actually isn't too bad at all, but still, this is a pretty short page. Okay, let's go back up and do another just quick rundown from top to bottom. Forget about limits. I get what they're saying, like, especially after having read through the rest of the page, but that isn't immediately understandable to me. It takes me several seconds to get what they're referring to. And so limits, I'm assuming that means like limitations to the functionality of your store, because it just talked about a lot of widgets down there. I think that's kind of the connection they're making, is that, you're not really limited on all these different widgets you can use. But that's not a value proposition to me. I mean, I suppose if I was frustrated with a previous website builder because it had limitations, I might say, I'm so sick of XYZ store builder because it limits me in what I want to do. But that's a very specific thing, a very specific mindset and pain point that somebody, may or may not have when they land on this page. I sure didn't. I don't run a store page, but I've run my own websites and stuff. So I feel like a lot of the copy on this page is focusing on online stores. But I'm getting kind of conflicting information here. They're not just targeting people who have already want to start doing online shops. So it's a wider net they're casting, but they're being kind of specific in a bad way. Anyway, my main problem with this is they're focusing a lot on the technical features, not so much the benefits, and they're not niching down, although it does seem to have a heavy emphasis on online shops. So I'm a little confused with the messaging, who this is targeted to, and the fact that they go right into the sell, even though it's not a super high price, like still. For somebody, myself, they targeted me with this ad, going from knowing vaguely what Elementor is to buy it now after having read this short landing page. I'm not warm enough yet to that. And you haven't really told me anything that's unique so far about this website, or what it's even best used for. What's the best use? Is it good for shops, whatever? I'm just not convinced. Well, that's it for today. Stay tuned for the next episode. See you then.